Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel Cloud Gadget. So in today's video we are going to learn how we can enable termination protection in AWS virtual machines, AWS EC2 instance. Okay, so for that we need to go in AWS console. So let's go in browser and let's open the AWS consoles. So I have already bookmarked that AWS console and I have already entered my subscription ID and password in that, so that's why it would not ask you the password. But if you don't have the details, you have to create the subscription or accounts for AWS. So after that, let me switch my regions, and I'm going to use North Virginia regions here. And after that, what you need to do, we have to create a EC2 instance. And while we are creating, I will show you how we can use the termination protection in EC2 instance. So click on that EC2 and go instances. If you see right now, there is no running EC2 instance in my accounts. So click here launch instance. Okay, and after that I'm going to use free tier only, and I'm going to use Linux one only because I want to show you that how we can use the termination protection only. I'm not going to log in on that EC2 instance. So you can take virtual machines, EC2 instance for Linux, Windows, whatever you want, you can do that. Okay, I'm going to select EC2 instance for Linux AMI here, and I'm going to select the T2 micro, which is free tier eligible. So if you need to do high configuration, you can do that things. And here you can see numbers of instances, like how many instances you want to launch with same configuration. So I'm going to use one, and all things I'm going to use same here. And here you will get one option that is enable termination protection. If I'm going to check this option, then while I'm going to terminate that instance, then it will give me the error, like I'm not able to do that terminations. But if I'm going to use this option uncheck here, then I can terminate that instances. Okay, so I'm going to use this here, protect against accidental terminations. So before termination, it will give me the notification. If I want to do that after things, then I can do that. Okay, so I'm going to enable that options, and I'm going to keep next. I'm going to use same storage configuration as by default is there. Next, I'm going to use the default things here. I'm not going to change anything because I just want to show you how we can check the termination protection is working or not. So after that, like, let's create the key pair here, test VM, download key pair. Let me save it in download, save, and after that click launch instances. Click on that instance ID. So if your virtual machine or your EC2 instance is running or not running, and if you want to terminate it right now, you can do that things also. But you know that, like, we did enable the termination protections. So if I'm going to terminate it here from instance terminate, then it will give me the error message. On EBS backend instance, the default action is for the root volume is deleted when the instance is terminated, storage or any drive will be lost. Are you sure you want to terminate these instances? These instances have termination protection and will not be terminated. Use the change termination protection option from the instance screen's action menu to allow termination of these options. So like you can see that I enable the termination protection while I'm creating that EC2 instance. So that's why I'm not getting that option highlighted here. Yes, terminate EC2 instance. But if I'm going to remove that termination protection on that EC2 instance, after that, that option will be highlighted. So that's the way how we can enable the termination protections. So let me show you how we can remove the termination protection if you have already enabled it. So what you need to do it, let me cancel it here. After that, you need to select that EC2 instance in which you are going to remove that termination protections and go in action. And here you will get the instance setting options, and inside instance setting option, you will get option for uh, change termination protection. Change termination protection option. And after that, like right now, that are you sure that you would like to disable termination protection for the instance with the following details? That's the instance ID and current setting is enabled. And if you disable it, after that you can terminate this, that EC2 instance. So let me disable it here. Yes, disable. And if I'm going to terminate it here again, then you will see that yes, terminate option is highlighted. And if you click that yes, terminate, that will be terminate your EC2 instance. Though, so that thing we are doing in old console, which we have in AWS. So if you want to do the same thing in new AWS console, what you need to do, you need to just switch the EC2 new EC2 experience here. So let me do that. And once I did that, you will see some console settings options will be changed here. So you can see that earlier console that action instance state option is highlighted here, and that instance state option is available in action buttons. So right now that instance state option is separated by from actions. Okay, so let me show you how we can enable the termination protection in new controls. So select that EC2 instance, or while we are creating that EC2 instance, we can do the same things in new EC2 instance AWS console as well. Okay, so go in action, and here you will get the option for instance settings, and then you will get the option for change termination protection. And let me enable it. If it is already disabled, we will get option here enable, and click on save. Okay, now if I'm going to terminate this EC2 instance, then it will show me that to confirm that terminate, let me refresh it once, because we already enabled the termination protection here. So here we can see like I enable the termination protection in new consoles, and I'm going to terminate that EC2 instance now. And that you can see that like termination instances option is like you can see that termination protection is enabled on one or more EC2 instance selected one. So that's why the termination protection option is not highlighted here. So let me remove the termination protection option. Go action, instance setting, termination protection change. Let me uncheck that enable options. So now you can see that like while I uncheck that enable option, that it show you termination protection disabled. The instance is no longer protected against accidental termination. If an instance is terminated, data store and file storage is lost. So let's save it, and after that let me terminate that EC2 instance. So after let me refresh that and select that our EC2 instance here. Go instance setting, and you can see that now termination instance option is highlighted. So let me terminate that EC2 instance, and that EC2 instance will get terminate here automatic. So that's the way how we can use EC2 instance termination protection in old and new AWS console, and how we can protect our EC2 instance from accidental termination. So that's the things which I want to cover here today. Hope that will be helpful for you guys. If any doubt, you guys can WhatsApp me, email me, or you can guys can comment on the videos. So I will try to give you 100% reply on your queries and your questions. And next videos, I'm going some more like how we can create EC2 instance in new AWS console, because that is got changed recently. So I will show you that things. So that's why that's okay, guys. Bye, guys. See you in next video. Bye bye.